So how does this spiral over to the United States? Is there anything that the U.S. can do to kind of wall itself off from this? And if not, what are the repercussions?
You know, the really distinguishing feature of the position of the United States in the 21st century is we're integrated with the rest of the world. We live in the age of globalization. So we are absolutely tied economically to Europe. Europe's our largest trading partner. Europe's the largest investor in the United States. If the European economies implode, I hope that doesn't happen. I'm not saying it will, but it could as a result of this crisis. We will feel the effects of that in the United States of America. Our businesses will, and our economy will. And that's why we're not just spectators looking at this drama in Greece. We have a lot of our own fortune and economic future tied up in what happens in Europe, as we do certainly in what happens with China in East Asia, given the very tight economic links that have developed over the last 30 or 40 years.
Do we have any bulwark against that?
Well, you know, the United States is still by far the dominant country in the world. We exercise tremendous influence in the world. And so President Obama and Secretary Tim Geithner have tried very hard to have the United States be part of the solution, encourage the International Monetary Fund and the European Union to set up the right facilities to contain this crisis. What we don't have right now, for the first time in memory, we don't have a lot of our own capital to invest because we're broke here at home. We have our own debt crisis. We have the inability to deal with that debt crisis and the gridlock in Washington. So the president is in Cannes, France today at the G20 summit. He's offering very encouraging words. He gave a very fine speech there today, but he doesn't have the money to back up those commitments in the way that, say, President Nixon or President Carter or President Clinton may have in decades past. We are in our own economic crisis, which makes this moment a perilous moment, actually, for the United States, given our economic position in the world.